Yes, graduates, welcome to Hard Talk Podcast with HTK. Fasten your seatbelts. Hey, users and subscribers, welcome back to another episode of Hard Talk with your girl, HTK. We are going to go into everything that we know so far with regards to the Jayden Smith case. So, as you're aware, the one and only L.A. Lewis went out to Manchester to do his investigations. He met and interviewed the mother of Jayden Smith, and I'm telling you, it was quite a riveting interview. We learned a bit more about Jayden's biological mother. Now, it's clear to me that there are misconceptions floating about on the internet where they're claiming that the family accused Jayden's mother of being mentally unstable. This is a blatant lie. And some of you people really need to learn to do your research, because the family came on a live, and by the family, I mean Shanique and Shanique's mother came on a live, and Shanique's mother blatantly denied that Jayden's biological mother was mentally unstable. I genuinely believe that some of you are running with things to be sensational, clickbait, as usual. But a simple bit of research could have given you this information. So just because people are running with this whole misconception that the family said that Jayden's mother was mentally not sound, I am going to remind you that they in fact clarified that misconception ages ago. Take a listen to this clip.
Because we have to take this all and we have to look in at every loophole, if she, because make if you understand say she mentally ill.
She's not mentally ill. She's not mentally ill.
Okay.
She's not mentally ill.
Me I wonder if the mother says she protect
She's a bright girl. She's a bright girl. She can do hair well. She's a bright girl and she can do hair very well.
So there you have it. They never said that Jayden's mother was not stable mentally. They never painted her to be some kind of mad woman eating out of garbage pan on the road, like some of you are declaring. It was never said by that family that this is the case. So before on a run with the wrong news, this is the truth. The mother of Shanique has always said that this woman was hard to pin down. She's busy doing here, there, and everywhere. And then Demar came on and said that this mother, she cannot manage taking on Jayden because of her multiple children, her financial situation, her home situation. That is either some back shop or something like that she live in. So if we're talking about the fact that the family referred to her as destitute, that came from Demar, right? If they are speaking to this whole madness thing, that come from the internet people. At the internet, I said them something there. There is no evidence of Shanique and the mother saying that, Shanique and her mother saying that the biological mom was mentally unstable. So don't run with foolishness. However, one thing stood out in this interview for me was the fact that she said that, listen, nobody came and told me. It was when she went and investigated herself that she found out. Or, something so. Me not really business how it happened. Me not even care. Because the point is that who should have been told first of all and forthwith that her child is missing? Not the mother. Shouldn't the mother have gotten that information firsthand as soon as it took place? What rights have they got to withhold this information from this lady? Isn't she somebody who is significant as the birth mother of the child to have been informed? Why did they go out of their way to hide this from Jayden's mother? But then I look at the family dynamics and the things that were said by Demar. Remember, Demar said that Jayden would walk past his mother like he doesn't know her.
Jayden, we see him up on the road and walk past her like know her.
So, if Jayden would walk past his mother like he doesn't know her, one can only assume that the relationship there was very tense, that there were some resentments, some underlying resentments about the fact that she gave him up. Remember, we are also drawing conclusions that Jayden was not as happy as they tried to paint him out to be. Other people in the area, key witnesses, have said that Jayden was treated like the servant, but that could just be their perception. Whereas the family is claiming that Jayden was an industrious little boy who simply preferred to help.
Because Jayden is beautiful. You think say we can outside so I watch one Saturday morning and ask Jayden to come? Auntie Paula, what you want me? This is the back in the house, man, go sit down. He's not left him did we do it. But if him son we did a playing game, Jayden did we do it right along till we done. And that is the look you to me I tell you say, no, me not see who the one hurt him.
Now, if it is that Jayden was not close to his mother because of the decisions that she made, even though she made them for his benefit, then it is highly unlikely that Jayden is going to go to his mother with certain things. He's not going to tell her because he doesn't trust that she's able to even cope with the information. In fact, she may just go back to the family and tell them that he told her X, Y, and Z and put him in further trouble or danger. So it is clear to me from this interview that the mother is carrying a great amount of grief. Take a look.
Because when the people tell you life, and that's why you, see, you have to come place yourself, you know.
Just say I'm a mad.
Yeah.
Fix that to them.
You fix up that to the mama.
Nobody knows I'm intelligent. 7 children now.
Say we have fixed that to them.
So, we're there with Jayden Smith, mother, you know, people, and you don't know. I tell you, if you don't want to find out things in the people, you have to come to the Maroon Emperor. I have a load of solved crime, 100 solved crime. I know people try to forget to Jayden Smith, mother, you know. But you know people. Who say she hide, who say about that lie they tell upon the woman. The woman is not hiding. Now, what happened now, the lady doesn't have a phone. She doesn't have what, mama?
I don't have a phone.
So if the woman have the phone, all people tell lies, so they call the woman and the woman not answer when the woman don't have a phone. And people see it here. Now, they must spread lie upon the woman, say the woman mad and insane people. See it here? My baby, there's a problem. My woman look good. So people, first thing will come to clear up. Jayden Smith mother is not a careless girl. She's not a mad woman like what the world of it says. She's not mental. No. See the people, me decide her. I mean, I'm a wife, she smell clean, she look clean. You understand? Beautiful goddess. You understand, people?
Beautiful.
All the things she did never do, people. She never have a phone.
Yeah.
What she never have?
No, a phone. But they get a brand new phone.
The Maroon Emperor is here, so all case know. Solve. First, we have met the people know, say, you check for your son, and you make them know why your son after there. When there? Because people tell like say abandon him and you run and left him. No. So just make the people know where going on.
Yeah, man.
I gave Jayden to brother, that is uncle. When he's about 5 years old, because I didn't have a house for myself and I didn't have any convenience. So that's why I gave him to his uncle. Yes.
So you see people, so now on the understand and overstand. Because that would be the right thing to do, don't it?
That is it.
Because if a woman have nowhere to do people, and she have the pit there and that tree suffer, you're not going to say she's wicked.
Yeah, sure.
So you give over the youth now to somebody who can take care, and then she got look better for the youth, because that's why enough people got foreign and left the pit with them family. Can't the man for like them everyday thing that people. And she have seven pitness of people.
7 children. One is missing. He's the 4th.
You understand? So you see people.
Second child missing.
4th.
Fourth one missing.
Yes.
So it's a spell. It's a curse.
And that's what she means. She means that he my 4th one you're born and he missing.
Oh, yeah.
He's my 4th children.
He's a 4th child. Okay.
Yeah.
4th picking.
4th child.
Yeah. So it's $2 million for anybody who can find the driver. Who have to find?
Driver.
The driver will collect you.
Yeah, we'll collect the youth. We'll find the driver people.
We can go find him.
Let the people them know how you feel, mama, where you go through. Because they have to know where you feel and where you go through. Because the mother can tell the real story.
Yeah, because she feel the most pain.
I'm breakdown because I cannot eat, but I still have to stand strong for my 4-year-old baby. Because every time I cry, she said, Mommy, Jayden dead. I said, no, Mommy, Jayden alright. I come home. So still, my heart is bleeding inside. But we still have to be strong for the rest. But Jayden, anywhere you are, please. Sorry to give you away. But please come on back to Mommy.
Come on, Jayden.
If anything is wrong in the home, I better than the care come give me.
True.
Because I know that I have family that more than able to help you. So make sure you know say Mommy love you. I always love you. I don't believe say you're dead.
Come on, Jayden.
Anybody ask me for you, I tell them say, one day I come home back. I come home to Mommy. She weak, I wonder how you eat, make you eat. If I eat, I pray over the food. And so hope say Jayden I eat. The rain will fall. Tears run from my eye, and I know where you do. Evil, if you're dead, you just want your
She ball
body.
every day, man.
Just your body,
For 3
man.
weeks, she ball every day for 3 weeks.
Make it your body. Make you
That's strong, she's strong.
fine and resting. Yeah. Amen. Nothing more to say.
Jayden tell the world, say, if I go check him cousin. Now, never give something for make him go and silent, man. Now, do Jayden affiliated or know anyone the cousin up on your side?
No, he don't come around, but I see when he's going to school. I said, Jayden here, yes, Mommy, he's so quiet. But he don't contact none of us. Friday, when he went missing, I didn't hear until Saturday morning. One of my friends called me and said, Jayden missing. You're not going to look for your picnic. She said, how comes nobody never come? I'm here and come tell me say my son gone missing.
Hold on. So, hold on. I want to put me a year good one. So it means that your son missing. And you live right across the road. And none of the family members them come tell you as a mother say your son missing?
No, they tell my sister, but I live up Blenington.
Yes.
Nobody did tell me. This lady called me in the morning and said, and Jayden, and I said, Jayden miss you.
Yes.
Right now, I don't know, I can't believe. Because them didn't come in person and say, Jayden miss you.
So none of them come look for you from them time then?
No, me went to them.
Alright.
I went to Sport Bird as well.
Yes. Alright, so what me want to know again now, and the whole world want to know, because I'm narrowed down the case. How are them, God?
Bring you right down to square five.
No. Again, I'm going to ask you now. Jayden told his colleagues and his friends, said him can't take the normal taxi today because he's going to visit him cousin on Spirit. Now, do Jayden know anyone named cousin or affiliated with them cousin on your side?
No.
You what you say? People what you say?
No.
Only that side of family is acquaintance though.
Ungo, that side of family. Jayden now, is a youth to get trouble or a youth to get trouble?
He was a humble child. Never usually get trouble.
So that means say him not the enemy as I look at you say lick down another somebody pick your
I don't know if you can't report it. That's what I get in the part of it. Good morning. Good evening. Them man in our talk.
Hold on, so
He now come over here, come look for me and say, Mommy, we want something.
says that look boy when a straight.
No.
From school, church and home.
Straight I am.
People, I want to hear where we are going. I want to hear where we are going down to. Oh no, judge the thing, but what we want clear up now the people. So the mother is sound mind and body. The other thing, she have some financial difficulty. She have 7 picking and she never lived nowhere at the time. You understand? So nobody have no regrets, mama, because they were going on.
Sometimes I wonder why. I can't eat, I can't sleep. Just have to keep the faith for the rest of the money I have. Especially my 4-year-old.
So and she don't give him away.
You don't give him away, no.
Because our father people. So he's entitled to have the child.
Yes.
So the father come check it?
First thing, if not go on, if you get it, just send it to
No, the father come check it from the pit missing?
No.
You don't come check it from the pit missing?
No, man, you can't link him, man. You probably should not remember.
Father, link up people.
Yeah, man, you check him out one time. You say no, we didn't go check him one time.
Yeah, because you're going on.
2 weeks ago.
I want thing, if you're the mother, if you don't agree, I one time you have to agree with come on to the picnic.
So Ellie Lewis then subsequently went to do rituals, including Jayden's clothing. He took Jayden's clothing and he burnt them at the ancestral grounds. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Jamaican culture, the ancestral grounds would be the burial grounds of the dead. So he took Jayden's clothing to a tomb in a cemetery and he burned those clothing, looking for clues spiritually about whether or not Jayden is still alive. Based on Ellie Lewis's findings and conclusions and messages that he receives from the spirit world, this is what Ellie Lewis had to say. Take a listen.
We'll put Jayden Smith them in the fire. See there? So, the smoke, people, it is burning in white. I see the fire in a green and yellow. So we got some bad news to Jayden's mother. Jayden Smith is in the underworld, people. So Jayden Smith is in the underworld. Sorry for say people, but Jayden Smith is no longer with us in the living. You understand? Sorry for say. Who have eye to see, let them see. Who have ear to hear, let them hear. All right now, thank you, Jayden. My sisters, my brothers, I am here today. They call me on the back road. They take me in the car. They strangled me when it was raining. Talk to me, son. The shorter uda la la tata. Shadada. They strangled me in the car. I begged for my life. I told them it wasn't me. They didn't believe me. They brought me in the bushes and they buried my body. Ask the mother. They know where I am. Shanice know where I am. They're calling me. I have to go now. The ancestors is calling me. I have to go now. I shall. Shut up. How they do, Miriam? How they do? How they do, Miriam? They've strangled Jayden in the rain. It wasn't meant to be, but he died. They shall pay for the sins that they have done. How they do, Miriam? How they do? Nashata. My people, this is the ancestors calling. Sorry, Jayden, mom. Big up Jayden, mother, people. No, people. The stepfather not involved in that people, but the mother of Shanika, Janika, Wanika, what she want name, she do everything. The friend again, people. The friend went at the hospital know everything people were going. People of Exameka, people of the world. We need that woman there in question. It's a brutal uncall for killing. The ancestors them never agree with killing the people. It wasn't Jayden time to come people, but them use ignorance. 666 people, the mark of the beast. So all who involved in a Jayden thing, people, you're going to see the judgment to take them. If that not happen, people, you can't tell me something real again. By now and tomorrow, people, you're going to hear people are commit suicide. People also got haunted. And if you put up the killer, whether them that are foreigner, whether them that are Jamaica or anywhere, people, judgment are going to take you to.
So, the question is, do you believe what Ellie Lewis is saying? Do you think that spiritually he has received a sound word that decides that Jayden's fate is sealed and he's no longer on this earth? This is what I'm going to say about that situation. No, it is dangerous to simply dismiss that Jayden is dead without any evidence, because that will reduce the momentum of the potential search. Now, while I appreciate everything that Ellie Lewis has done with regards to going on the ground and speaking to the people, I am going to say to the people of Jamaica, do not stop until you find something. Now, it doesn't have to be that Jayden is alive, especially given the circumstances. It has been now going on to 4 weeks. And for a 12-year-old to have run away into the bushes, surviving without any adult supervision or care, that's going to be a minimal probability. It is highly likely that he has fallen into some harm. Now, if it is that Jayden is actually being looked after by an adult, then he could very much still be alive, but being trafficked or kidnapped for the purpose of trafficking. And I know a lot of people will not necessarily want to accept that this is possible, but given the recent case of this mother and child that had disappeared and suddenly turned up, we know that child trafficking and human trafficking is definitely something that is taking place within our island. Now, set that aside. Right now, the focus is on the particular moment when Jayden went missing and all of the events that led up to his disappearance. I am going to play for you another interview that features both Shanique and the grandmother. We're going to listen very carefully to the things that they are saying. And I want you to pay attention to who it is that has been picking up on all the evidence and throwing that out into the public sphere. Take a listen to this.
Okay.
Mommy, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Angel.
The street that your daughter, they said the Simon, close to the taxi stand. Is it a dangerous?
It's not close to the taxi stand.
Is it a dangerous area?
Well, it's a little bit. Well, it's a little bit dangerous because what? It's a lonely road. Persons hardly even travel that road unless they are driving. Because one, it doesn't have like a sidewalk for you to walk. So if you are walking on that piece of road, you have to way up in the bush because 2 people can hardly drive on that road.
Oh.
So it's a lonely road, like?
Yeah, it's like a lonely road. So only persons that really have cars that would normally go on that road.
Occasion on that road.
Occasion, right? Because you hardly even see taxi drive on that road. Only persons that have their own vehicle.
So, Mama, one more question before me go. Mama, have the police been keeping a close relationship with you from that thing happen?
Well, yes, the detective and the officer that is in charge of the case, both of them, they do.
Okay. They do regular check.
Like if they are going out on any search or whatever, without I am aware of, she would text me and say that they are going to do a search or whatever.
All right. Okay, Mommy, I finish. Well, is that road take him to anywhere home? That same road? That was edited.
Well,
Who want come up, Britt? Come now, tell me who want come up now, Britt.
Thanks so much. Thank you for your
yeah, you're welcome.
Five
Yeah,
more
man,
minutes,
Django.
guys. 5 more minutes
Thank
now
you.
we have to go.
Thank you.
Mommy,
All right, before the 5 minutes up, wait, no, Mama. Mama, me want to talk to. Cause Mama, me love talk to. Not Shanique, young. Mama, Jayden ever left your house to spend time with friend since he's in your
No.
company?
No,
Have you ever had no friend come over to spend time with him?
no.
All right. Jayden is at home with you, and you ever hear Jayden at any time on your phone, like he have one like a bridge in their school where they link up all the while and chat and ramp and go on the
Well,
phone?
the most thing Jayden do on his phone is play a game. Yes, you might maybe 1 or 2 times I may hear his phone ring and I say to him, who is calling? And like he would say, Jana call. And him maybe he might ignore the call. Or sometimes he may take the call and like the friend asks him something and him will answer. Because I don't try to creep in them arguments. Because when him say a school friend a call, he answer the phone and he say 1, 2 words and then he go back to his game. Because Jayden love his game.
Oh, okay.
I was asking your granny, auntie, is it any way that would take him to the house where you are living?
Repeat that?
By any chance, the road that he took, is that road by any chance would take him home?
By vehicle, yes, that's like but if he's walking, that would take him probably around 2 hours maybe or more.
Okay.
Because remember, he left Megamart through the back gate. I was there with the detective watching the footage at Megamart. And when I saw him, because I was the one that said to Jayden there.
Oh, you saw him?
Right. And the thing that struck me too, when Jayden left Little Caesar, I bought Jayden an umbrella. And Jayden gave away his umbrella that same day, and the rain was falling crazy that day.
Mama man, take time there. So no, you know, there's something wrong with the picking going on the right track.
Listen to what me and think, and that's from the first time that come to my spirit, and I just hold it. Listen to me now. If Jayden is not analyzed, because I believe some spiritual, when I just start follow, I used to say, why people don't pray for this little boy? Like, it's something and it's straight. But my thing is that if it is so, he's not wearing man the verb. If that's the case, that's the nature child that you are talking, you don't have no friend, him not gonna know. When he does get up, and no parents is not dead in the house now, none. And none of his friends don't live on their own.
So the umbrella that you gave him, Mama, was a brand new umbrella?
Yes, I just bought the umbrella for myself, and then he came home one evening with his books wet in the bag. So I decided to give him my umbrella that I just bought the day before.
Oh, so that's what a new umbrella you gave him to cover up the
It was a brand new umbrella.
All right,
gave
listen to me now. We literally thinking as a parent now, right? Do you look at that as being smart to give away the umbrella when you came home a couple of days ago wet up?
No.
Okay.
Because I even spoke to that child. When he said that the father called me and said that the child came over with Jayden umbrella. So I asked the father to let me speak to the child, and he allowed me to speak to the child. I asked him, did you bring home Jayden umbrella? He said yes. I said, why did Jayden give you the umbrella? And then the rain was still falling. He said that Jayden said he was waiting on somebody.
Did you notice that the mother said that Jayden was waiting on somebody? All of a sudden, the person who Jayden was waiting for is anonymized. Before, we heard blatantly that a witness had said that Jayden was waiting on his cousin. And now the mother of Shanique is trying to anonymize who it is that he was waiting for. A clear distraction tactic. Let's keep listening.
Okay.
Jayden left there at 3:49 because I was there to watch all the footage with the detective. Jayden left the Little Caesar at 3:49. That was the last time the camera picked him up. 3:49.
Of course, the big girls ain't want to come in the box.
3:49. And it would take Jayden about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes to walk from Little Caesar to reach all the way back to Megamart. And the rain was still falling. When I watched the footage at Megamart, it was still raining when Jayden went outside. Jayden put on him back as a usual child, put on him back. And he was alone in the rain.
Oh Lord.
You're not literally seeing the rain, but you could see the rain dropping in the water on the ground.
Yes.
Because it was not coming down very hard at that time.
So listen carefully. Do you notice that they are covering up the tracks of time as the interviews progress throughout? Now we're hearing that the time that was spotted for Jayden, the last sighting on camera, was at 3:49 p.m. The uncle is now claiming that he got into the hospital around after 3 and Shanique entered the hospital immediately after. Literally a few minutes after. So, if that is the case, then he's trying to give the impression that it's impossible for Shanique to have actually seen Jayden at that time because Shanique was at the hospital. They are now recognizing that timings were a problem. If you notice how he's stammering about the time, time is a problem. I can't quite remember times, because he's realizing that in the past when he's given timings, they have thrown up some serious questions. But he didn't realize that. Shanique did. And Shanique is trying to cover her back and cover her tracks quite thoroughly. Quite thoroughly. So it's likely that she's saying to him, listen, remember, the only evidence they have is the camera footage of Jayden at 3:49. Therefore, if I'm at the hospital, I need to be at the hospital for about 3 o'clock. That's all the uncle can quite remember, because even then he's not being very specific. 3 o'clock or thereafter, he's not being very specific. Now, if it is that Jayden was seen at 3:49, when at this time, they're at the hospital at 3 o'clock, and Shanique has walked in a few minutes after the uncle, it's impossible that Shanique could have seen Jayden. Completely impossible. Now, it's either that, they're telling the truth, and Shanique is innocent, or they're making sure that Shanique is removed from suspicion, and that Shanique's time frame from when she left Spur Tree and got to the hospital is fully accounted for. Let's keep listening.
When I saw Jayden goes to the back gate, me I said, yes, I'm going to turn back down a Manchester school gate. Jayden did not turn that direction. I ball out in Mega Mart office that day, and I said, Jesus Christ, where Jayden I go. Jayden turned the road.
I think it's possible that in any Ilang Gully upon that he might slide and go.
Grandma, he go up to the, he would have come out now, he would have go around the corner, and then the one next corner, one stoplight up, so we want 4 road. Up that direction, he would go.
Yeah, now go around the corner, yes, and there's a stoplight.
Yes. That stoplight will go straight through. We'll go straight through, like, instead of, we'll go back the left road, we'll go back the back part of Mandeville, this road. Right. The road will go straight through. Can that road take you to where you live, Newport?
Yes, but it's a long way because you have to go through.
That's what I'm just asking if that road can take you there.
Not even me know the road from there, so to come back to my yard.
Okay.
The police, you tell the police them that they can search on that side.
So the road went up and they ever went there to search in a houses, in a bush?
Search all of those places.
In all
of those places. And one lady said them saw Jayden the Friday evening with the bag. Well, one gentleman sent past Jayden on the road, soaking wet.
Lord God. So him see the pitney soaking wet on the road. That time he never gone missing yet?
No, because we wouldn't find out that Jayden was not home at the time.
Oh, so when he passed him on the road, that would be Friday evening, when you never know say no come home yet.
Right. That was after he left Mega Mart.
Mega Mart and go through the back gate.
Right. So that would be maybe around minutes to 5 o'clock.
Oh my God.
That was the person who asked him why he doing on the road at hours?
No, it was a neighbor from the community asked him at Mega Mart, not on the road.
Oh, have his mercy.
So we're going to pay close attention to the timings that were mentioned. She said that he exited Mega Mart at about 3:49 p.m. according to the CCTV footage. That he then turned up Perth Road, much to her dismay. That when he turned up Perth Road, he would have gone up a hill where he was witnessed. He was witnessed by a man and he was witnessed by a woman, both of whom saw him soaking wet in the rain after giving away his umbrella. Now, when he goes up the road and he's spotted by a man, the time that's given is around 5 o'clock. Now, if we flash back to when it is that the father said that Shanique entered the hospital after going to Spur Tree to freshen up, we're talking about he first said it was around 3 o'clock. And then he said, actually, I returned to the hospital in about the 5 o'clock, near to 5 o'clock. And then he said, actually, no, the timings when I return, it's about up to 5 o'clock that I returned to the hospital. And then Shanique walked in a few minutes after me. Let me just remind you of what he said when he spoke to L.A. Lewis. Take a listen.
But we are talking about the time now when Jayden supposed to that school. You understand? Until him got the local fast food place. You understand? At that time, you now were on the road.
Yes.
Hustling. You understand? So that's now. But where were Shanique at the time?
Shanique and Tommy, that's Pertree. Yes, that's Pertree. No man, when Shanique got the hospital, we were here. When Shanique walked in, I was going to buy a soup down at the hospital something.
So that's what time Shanique walked in?
Shanique walked in, I'm going to tell you time now really.
So what time you would say you reach at the hospital?
Reach at the hospital maybe about say, you don't want to tell no like, I need to tell you say, in the evening, rain did a fall.
What after 7?
No man, no man, earlier that man, maybe about say in the, about cause school on Friday little over 1:30.
Yeah.
So maybe about say, anyway after them the hours there.
After 1:30 you reach hospital?
No man, we reach hospital maybe about say 3 o'clock the hours, maybe a little later.
And then you would have say you reach the school now after, your hospital after 3?
Yes.
Yes, and then after you reach the hospital now, then Shanique come in.
Shanique come right because we don't come. Yes. Shanique walk in, she and Tommy.
She walk in at the school.
In the hospital.
In the hospital.
But hospital has no camera, can go down the street, but check out in the
what time? So was she at the hospital before you come, or was she come at the hospital after you come?
Look here, me tell her, me dead there just a few minutes before she come.
Alright.
She didn't saw Jayden Friday, none at all. I tell you, me not ask you. Me not tell you, me not ask you, I tell you. Because how Shanique left and go to go bed and come back fast, it can puzzle me.
Yeah.
How fast he come back?
Yeah.
So the question I have to ask is, based on these witness accounts that this aunt is throwing out there, how would this be a concern if a child is in Megamart at around 3:49 or earlier in the hours of the Friday afternoon when his school finishes at 2:30? Why would somebody ask a child what's he doing in Megamart in these hours when clearly school has not too long let out and the child is probably in Megamart to buy a snack, to buy a drink, to buy whatever? Surely this would be a normal time range and not necessarily a time that would cause an alarm. It's not like he was seen in Megamart at 7 p.m. in his uniform with his bag. He was seen before 3:49 p.m. She also gives an extended time frame where she claims she spoke to somebody who said that they saw Jayden drenched in the rain, and this was around 5 p.m. This aunt is extending the amount of time that Jayden would have gone missing for. All of a sudden, we've got this individual who came forward, this person who is ghost. Who knows who this person is? If this person does exist, please come forward to social media. Let us know that you're the one who actually spoke to that aunt at that time. Let us know that you're the one who told her you saw Jayden after 5 p.m. All these witnesses have no voice on social media in this day and age. Now, that is particularly strange. But let's keep listening.
Right. You may not understand something, right?
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Good evening. I would like to ask Shanice a question. Hi, Shanice. How are you?
It's not Shanice. It's Shanice.
Shanice. Yes. Hi. How are you?
Doing the best
I don't know. I don't know.
I have a quick question. Where is your baby father living?
My husband lives with me, but he's away in military training. He left the Tuesday when the incident happened the Thursday. And he doesn't have any, he can't have his...
No, I'm not saying you have anything. So
No, I'm saying he can't have his phone.
Yeah. So your husband left the Tuesday, you said, correct?
Well, the Monday.
The Monday. And you went to Jamaica the Thursday, correct?
No, the Friday.
The Friday. And Jayden was in school the Friday, correct?
Correct.
So I am kind of, I'm just thinking, I am saying Jayden was here Thursday and then you went to Jamaica and Jayden is now missing. Okay. Then the grandmother, I heard a different, I listened to the recording from the beginning. So now what your grandmother is saying is two different stories.
No, you cannot say that. And it's not
No,
grandmother.
I'm saying, no, no, no.
Let you
I'm
talk.
saying what
Let
I'm
you talk
hearing.
and then we hear what you
I know, I'm saying what I heard. I listened to the tape recording. So between Friday and Saturday, something is not correct.
Right, so I can
Something is not
join the
right.
live late. I came
And I'm gonna say it like this: you and your grandmother, the
My
father.
grandmother and the mother.
I'm not
I'm
telling the
Shanice's
truth
mother.
because there's a God. I'm praying.
and we're very much
And
aware of that.
justice,
And
no,
our
justice
heart
will
is
serve.
clear and
Justice
clean.
will serve.
And
Remember,
I really
God
hope that
sits
when all
high,
of this is
God
over,
looking low, God is gonna bring justice. For
that is
me, when
true.
you guys gonna say Jayden look like he's taking drugs or what, Jayden don't look like a chubby
And that is
child.
me talking outside of the box, and I'm sure I explained that to
And
you because
Jayden,
that
at the
is
picture,
not
I'm looking at the
normal.
picture. This boy look
Yes,
very
sweetheart, and
stressed.
you're
Like he's a man in the house. He looks stressed. You guys can come out here and say and talk nice and sweet, but Jayden look like he's so tired.
Tell 1,000 words in the picture.
I can show
You're
you pictures from
judgmental.
Jaden was 5 or 6
Listen, I'm a
years.
preacher. I'm a prophetess.
And then and
So
you're
I
coming
am
on
very
being
proud.
judgmental.
I am not being judgmental. I am
Yes, you
not
are.
being judgmental.
Yes,
You are. The
You're not
Bible says,
asking.
leave
And like I
all
said, God is gonna
judgment to
bring
me and you are judging us.
justice.
Thank you guys for having us, and we're going to come out now because this is why we did not want to come out, because we're not here for
Shani, listen, Shani, listen, darling. Listen, darling, listen.
It's freedom to speak, but she's attacking. It's not everybody else was here just asking us questions. We're here.
I realize that the mute her.
That's why you mute her, alright? We are here with you and mommy. Good evening, everyone. We are here with you and mommy, and we really appreciate it that somebody came out.
Who is clearly building up an alibi for her daughter? Who is giving her daughter a clear out that no finger can point in her direction? All these witnesses that are being recounted and placed out into the public is coming from the aunt, Shanique's mother, who sounds as though she's there to have her back. And Shanique is sitting silently on this live, listening carefully to make sure she doesn't trip up on her story. And she only chimes in when it's time to clarify, like to say, oh no, it would take hours to get from Perth Road to where they live. I think it's Newport. It would take hours to get there. So walking there is not a possibility. It's interesting how much she's quick to deter people from exploring that route way. Maybe whatever it is that she's trying to tell you not to look at is exactly what you should. Let's keep listening.
Go ahead.
Where is Jayden's mother and father?
So Jayden's, we have said this before, Jayden's father lives in the community. The mother lives just like probably another community away from the house.
How have they responded to all of this that's going on?
Mommy would have to explain, would have to tell you how.
So this is the question I want to ask.
Because it to me,
from Jayden,
to me, when it comes to this case, I understand like both sides, especially your side, as someone who lives overseas and send a child out here and the ears of someone having to take picnic. You're gonna on the next flight too. I understand that, I get that. I understand the point of him being afraid and saying, you know what, him that play with the baby and the foot broke and your mommy probably react away, probably shout or him afraid. You know, say him really hurt the child or them a play on something. I understand the whole of that. But the part of me can't understand is like me never seen mother come out from talking, father come out from talking.
I guess that is why my mom has him.
Because somebody have to see him.
The dynamics. You get what I'm saying? So the mother.
You know what? I am wondering, my last conclusion, Auntie. I am wondering if this mother say, okay then, Jayden gets into that trouble at home. So I am going to take my child and I am going to closure my child and other relatives for her what don't live in that community from a different parish. So to them say, carry the boy come, carry the boy come, carry the boy get big now and the boy get bright. And he can go a different school.
Yeah, but based on the last footage of him, it kind of don't really steer in that way. Heading to Perth Road where is nowhere near going home or going to taxi stand just don't add up. So we're going to come off now and again we're just gonna leave with the last part that the last known sighting of Jayden, confirmed sighting of Jayden is when he walked to Perth Road area. That is it. So we want to help us if anybody in the neighborhood. Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You know, as parents living with the child, how do you or your mom have that gut feeling? What does your gut feeling tells you?
Good question.
Because you know your gut feeling will tell you that I know that Jayden is alive and he's okay, and you have
My
that
gut feeling tell me
in your
Jayden is
belly,
still alive.
Yeah, my gut
and you have that gut feeling that will tell you that
I
something
just
is wrong with
to
him.
me it's just somebody probably offering my ride when he hit Pert Road and just I don't know what happened from there. I just feel like if something happened on Pert Road when he went there walking in the rain, I kind of think of somebody seeing a child walking in the rain and say, oh, this is the opportune time to let me give him a ride, you know, and because a lot's going on now. So that is what I think.
I am thinking, why is it Jayden after missing in the space of the child foot grade?
That's a very good question. And it's said that the two cannot happen at the same time because now you're thinking that. But again, we don't know how Jayden processed the fall and how he's blamed, if he blames himself or not. So with that, we can't really say. I can't tell how he's thinking. So I can't say they're related or they're not related. But that's the only odd thing that happened that would have caused such a behavior. You get what I'm saying?
All right, Shanique, I understand what you just said, you know, but I want to ask you this question.
One last question, darling. One last question.
Who asked her?
So, Sean, so, did anybody said anything to Jayden to make him feel afraid?
No, we have said that a lot. Said that before. No one said anything to him, but we're just saying, as a child, we don't know how he's thinking. He woke up the morning and grandma, auntie don't come home and the baby don't come home. Then what do you expect? You get what I'm saying? I don't know if you're thinking, oh, them not come home, and that means they sound really bad. You get what I'm saying? So that's the only thing.
So as a real Jamaican parent, nobody never give him two liquor. We know
nobody
how Jamaican parents here.
That's not how we are, and we try to.
Why them would have hit him though when it was an accident? Why them would have hit him?
That's it. The goal was grabbing the child and getting him to the hospital. At no point in time that crossed the mind.
Yeah. May I have one next baby and tell him come beat your mother for sure reasons. I don't want to get no beating, okay?
Look here, my mother is loved by many. Everybody that passed through my mother's hand, and that's the only reason why I felt safe to send my opinion. Look here, people saying I was rich. If I was rich, my baby would have been here with me. I come in, I have nobody to keep the pitney here. Why my child was not here with me? So I don't have any money. I'm not paying any police because I don't have it to pay any police officer because I see that's opposite me. That again, it's only me. My husband is away. It's only me, and I have another child as well.
Could I ask Shanique a quick question? You don't have to go into full details. You just can answer the question according to who you are. You can answer it. Are you associated with the child in any way?
What you mean associated?
Meaning that you know the child, you know the parents, and all of that.
It's her child.
Yeah. Oh, it's your child?
The baby is your child.
Oh, the baby is your child.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so
she and Jayden is cousin. She and Jayden is two first cousins.
Okay, so you're a shop boss. You're a shop boss, a cousin.
We call shop boss.
I think you'd know. Shop boss. I really Jayden nickname still. Shop boss.
Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for having me. Thank you for hearing. All
right.
And just help.
So, Shanice, I want to ask this one question before you leave, Shanice. Before you leave, as a mother to a mother, right?
Yes.
I want to know why the family is not comfortable to stay on the platform and rebel, because we North Coast is the judge and we is the jury. And stay as a jury. North Coast is here from 7 o'clock. So why we are not busy? We have things to do ourselves. We have things to do also, Shanique, and we are on this. Remember, Jayden is not our kids. We don't know Jayden. You guys know Jayden. Jayden, we're living in your mother home. So why you guys don't have the patience to stay and rebel and vent on our life for Jayden?
Not about not having the patience. That's not the case, because being on this media right now in this, and we come up and answer the question that you guys were speculating about. We try to answer everything. A lot of people still saying that we're lying and all the works, we're still getting the negative feedback. And that is fine. We understand that. But I'm not quite understanding. So is it a case that you want us as a family to be on the live with you guys for the day? Is that what you're trying to ask me?
No, Shanique.
What are you asking?
I'm trying to have. I am on the live.
Now, isn't it interesting how when they were confronted by yet another member of the audience about the fact that Jayden looks unhappy and that he looks like he was suffering in that household, how defensive they became. Instead of trying to justify, they were quick to want to shut down the interview. The person who was controlling that narrative was indeed Shanique. Now, Shanique, who has never seen Jayden since 2022, seems to be very fully aware and informed about how Jayden was treated. She seems to have all the defense when it comes to Jayden's home life. Now, how is it that you know so much, considering that you have never been in the household since 2022 and you've not seen Jayden as you claimed? So notice that it was the aunt who saw the footage from Megamart, and she noticed when Jayden turned up the road to go to Perth Road. She screamed out because she's wondering, where the hell is Jayden going? Jayden should not be going up to Perth Road. She would have expected that Jayden would have turned in the opposite direction towards Manchester High School, which is his school, and then probably heading on to where he would be collecting the taxi or taking the taxi. Now, interestingly, this aunt seems to be the one who is in touch with all of the witnesses, all of the key people, and able to recount certain details. So she's the one who puts certain details out into the public sphere. She's the one who spoke on the umbrella. She's the one who spoke on the CCTV footage and what she saw. She also spoke on witnesses that were along Perth Road who would have seen Jayden. Now notice Shanique's input during all of this. She is generally quiet. However, she is quietly guarding when her mother speaks and when her mother does not speak. She often tells her mother, it's your turn. Now you can speak on that part. So she is controlling the narrative very carefully. Now, this could just be her protecting her mother from public criticism. This could just be her trying to stop certain things from getting out of control and stopping her mother from being cyberbullied, basically, which I suppose is a natural move, especially when you are the educated one that is speaking and acting as a spokesperson on behalf of your family. I can kind of understand that role. But how is it that Shanique has never ever seen Jayden, but yet she is so detailed on Jayden's day-to-day activities? For somebody who is so invested in the life of what's happening with Jayden, how Jayden lives, wouldn't you think that she has a personal relationship with Jayden and that when she visits Jamaica, she'd want to see Jayden? She never sees Jayden from 2022. Then to me, that suggests that this family is not as close-knit with Jayden as they are implying. Or at least Shanique definitely is not. Do you know what this tells us? This tells us that Jayden was not valuable to Shanique. He never was valuable as a child to Shanique. In fact, think about it. You are come from foreign. Every year you visit. You not even bring our shows for Jayden. You not bring nothing for Jayden. You don't want to know what Jayden's size be. You don't want to see him try on the clocks. You don't want to give him a prize for him doing well in a school. Shanique, you resented that little boy. You didn't like his position in that house. You didn't like how your family spoke about Jayden. And I strongly suspect your brother didn't like it either. Many people may be wondering, where do we go from here? And these are very reasonable concerns, very reasonable questions. After listening to all the family's accounts of the events that took place that led up to when nobody saw Jayden anymore, there are some concrete things that need to happen in the investigation process. One, they do need to bring Shanique back in for questioning. Two, they also need to do a heavy search, as in meter by meter, between the areas of Megamart, straight up Perth Road, Spur Tree as well. Some people are suggesting that this may not necessarily be enough. And just in case you don't really know what the area looks like, for those of you who are not Jamaican on my channel, I am going to put up a video that's going to basically give you a visual of the area between which Jayden was last seen and the road that he disappeared alongside. Take a look.
Alright, so yeah, TikTok. Yeah, my viewers. Want to take a good look. Now this is the Manchester High School. This is the school that Jayden Smith used to attend. So me I say or attended. So fact of the matter, when them say Jayden leave school, that over school year so, and arrangement was to be picked up by him cousin up on that there straight road down all up one. See school there, you know. So basically it's even like now, you know, people, because rain has been continually falling for the last like 2-3 weeks, you know. See me I say, because me can tell you this because I am from the area. So I low on the road like this, even look a bit later than now. Imagine Jayden as a 12-year-old youth. I walk up this road. You see me I say, John is a thing. Alright, so yeah, TikTok. Yeah, my viewers. Want to take a good look. Now this is the Manchester High School. This is the school that Jayden Smith used to attend. So me I say or attended. So fact of the matter, when them say Jayden leave school, that over school year so, and arrangement was to be picked up by him cousin up on that there straight road down all up one. See school there, you know. So basically it's even like now, you know, people, because rain has been continually falling for the last like 2-3 weeks, you know. See me I say, because me can tell you this because I am from the area. So I low on the road like this, even look a bit later than now. Imagine Jayden as a 12-year-old youth. I walk up this road. You see me I say, John is a thing.
This road is one that is not very pedestrian friendly. People would walk alongside it, but you can see that there are no clear pavements and things like that. Lots of cars drive along this road, so it's traffic heavy. If Jayden was spotted there, it would have been quite precarious. He would have stood out like a sore thumb because of the nature and the use of the road. Now, we do need a thorough search to take place in the environs there. But please do not exclude the home that was stayed at in Spur Tree. Do not ignore the car that was used to transport either Shanique, the friend, all these people that we keep hearing about that was, you know, a part of her going to go and freshen up. All these people need to be brought in for questioning. In addition to that, you also need to investigate Shanique's movements. It was suggested somewhere that she went to St. Anne in order to get her baby the treatment that she required. Find out about where she stayed in St. Anne. What was her movements when she was there? In addition to that, we also need to know who the driver was, because this driver is also key to tying up the timeline and making things make sense. If she had a driver for the whole length of time, or if she drove herself. Which car did she drive? Was it a rental? Who did she rent from? All of these are critical questions that can help to make sense of the timings and to find out whether or not any of these family members are actually lying. It is so important that we do not forget Jayden Smith, because I can see us going down another rabbit hole just like with the Adriana Young case. I can see this just being left to nothing, because these are poor people in the eyes of the government. And trust me, because of the fact that they are not a high-profile family, I don't even know if the government is going to throw as much resources into this as they ought to. So as you can see, corruption is everywhere. There are corrupted members of the family who are not telling the full truth. Their stories contradict each other at every given time, but suddenly we are hearing things tie up as more and more of them begin to speak. The later we go, the more they try to tidy up backwards. And that's indicative of the fact that far too much time has been allowed for them to do so. In order for them to collude and to straighten their stories in order to make sure that the timeline now syncs. When before they never had the time, it was all over the place. Now it's starting to drop into slots so that particular suspects would be given reasonable alibis. No, we're not here to say who's guilty or who's innocent. In fact, that's the job of the police. And we as bloggers are only here to put the information together and to pass it on to the public. The court of public opinion does definitely matter, okay? Because oftentimes we keep the fire burning so that cases like these do not get shoved under the rug. We continue to say justice for Jayden. And we continue to hope that indeed, if Jayden himself doesn't turn up, his body is found so that he may be laid to rest and that he may rest in peace. Until such times, we do have to pray for the mother of Jayden and even for the wayward father who's busy taking to the bottle. The emotional distress cannot be easy because this is in fact their blood son. So while it is that we can judge and say, listen, these people all failed Jayden, which is true, it doesn't mean that they aren't feeling any pain about it. If you've made it this far into the video, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell. This is your girl, Head Teacher K, and I'm out.